Hey, everybody, and welcome back. Happy Monday. All right, guys. Well, it's Monday, which means we get a new below deck sailing yacht, but also we're kind of repacking the same bags to get ready to go to Nashville for this Wednesday's show. I am so excited. In the meantime, guys, we're back to talk about some Beverly Hills news because after this live tour that Zach and I are doing, we get to come back to not only the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but also the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and shortly after, the Real Housewives of Dubai. All right, well, with that, guys, Kyle Richards is now talking about Mauricio's DMs from women, which obviously probably bothers her. And what part of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is torture? Plus, she's giving us a little bit of an insight into Ultimate Girls Trip. All right, guys, we have all the details and more. Before we jump in, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it's no secret that Kyle Richards and Melissa Gorga are Bravo buddies from opposite coasts. Kyle, from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, got closer to Melissa Gorga, who we know from New Jersey, and it was because of their meetup on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip spinoff. Both women are now seasoned reality TV stars, and they know the difficulty of navigating such a dramatic world, which Jason and I were laughing about this yesterday. He said, I feel like they all know what they're doing when they go on the show and they're like, I'm going to rip you apart. We're going to fight. I'm going to, go as low as I possibly can when the cameras are rolling. And then as soon as it stops, they're like, oh, well, that was a good season. I think it's going to play out. What do you think, girls? Yeah. Now let's just go on social media and pretend like we hate each other. I was like, if that's the case, I mean, I think that's partially true. But if we're getting that played, oof, I don't know what I would think of this world. Let's get back to it. On Melissa's podcast, Melissa Gorga on Display, the star revealed, both of them actually, what it was like to have handsome husbands in the public eye. Kyle said Mauricio used to be her best kept secret until the show spotlighted him. The mother of four recalled a time while looking through Mauricio's phone when she read his DMs on Instagram, and certain women, she said, were sending him messages wanting to meet up. Kyle revealed that she was mad at him, but he didn't even know about the DM. Which, to be fair, I get message requests all the time. Not all the time, like, oh, people slide into my DMs all the time. That's not true, but I know that I've gotten message requests. Jason's gotten message requests. And if people send a message and it hasn't been opened, like when I get them, I'm like, who cares? Like, I'm not looking at that. Usually I delete and block, or I just delete, or I just block. And I don't even open it. I mean, it just really depends on the situation, but I wouldn't get mad at Jason if I went through his phone and I saw a DM from some person who was like, oh, I think you're hot. We should talk. Be like, okay. If you think you can afford it, go ahead and take it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, getting back to it. She decided to delete the messages and block the woman. I will literally cut them, Kyle joked. Melissa revealed that she sometimes gets weird messages from men, including a guy who wanted to suck on her toes. The stars also discussed the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, which was a mashup of what we know, some of our fan favorites from our favorite franchises. That was a mouthful. Melissa said that she received a terrible room, which was basically a closet, and Kyle said her own room was probably the second worst, and expressed when they were all fighting and Ramona was running around and doing that whole thing she was doing, trying to get the best room. I was just like, I can't even get involved in that. Which is kind of interesting to see different coasts and how they behave when it comes to the room arrangements. It's always funny to see the women fight over the rooms, but sometimes it's like exhausting. And for the New York women, they always fight over the rooms. I feel like Beverly Hills, they're just like, okay, well, we'll take this one, you take this one. I mean, I feel like Atlanta, they're usually pretty fair. Maybe sometimes they don't like the rooms that they get. I feel like Kenya maybe hasn't before in the past. You guys get what I'm saying. Oh, Lisa Hochstein, she was a nightmare in Miami. All right. You guys get what I'm saying about the room arrangements. Getting back to it. Kyle taught Melissa some beauty tips on the trip. I learned how to bling my whole body up with body makeup. Kyle buffs it with a little buffer. Okay, I don't even know what this is. And it's pretty amazing. Now I'm addicted to it. So now I have body makeup, put a little bit of shimmer, good to go, and bam. You learn something new from the diamond holder of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kyle was shocked at how different it was to film Ultimate Girls Trip compared to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because the women had hardly any breaks. Kyle once was taking a shower when the producers walked past and ordered to film Melissa. The OG said that Denise Richards expected higher standards when she first appeared on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And according to Kyle, Denise kept asking where the craft services were. At first, I thought she was joking, Kyle said. And then I'm like, honey, there are no craft services. If you want some snacks, you're going to have to put them in your purse. This isn't a video shoot set, but craft services. What do you think? Every time you go over to somebody's house or you end up going to film at a restaurant, or like we have to go, the women go to get coffee to talk about what a disaster the night is before, that there's just going to be a trailer that pulls up that's like, oh, what do you want, a donut? You want a nice crisp sandwich? You want some tater tots? Maybe even a yogurt, a parfait? No, this is Real Housewives. This isn't Days of Our Lives. Let's get back to it. Kyle also revealed that Halloween's Jamie Lee Curtis shows up on the Housewives this season, but it's not the first time. She also showed up at Kyle's store opening, Kyle x Aline 2, and not in a little way either. Just it's not just a hi and bye. We had lunch and it was just Jamie and the girls at my house. Kyle said that Jamie wasn't accustomed to the reality scene and she kept talking into the camera. And Jamie, however, was entertained by the women's drama, though she had to ask Kyle if it was real. Melissa and Kyle agreed that it's torture. And I could imagine, after just watching some of the different reality TV stars and filming in person, I've seen where they just look like sometimes they know, producers give them a heads up, you're about to walk into this, or sometimes they don't. You're going to walk into this restaurant and we need you to confront so-and-so. And if you don't do it right, we're going to have a problem. So we need you to go in and ask them why they were cheating on their husband. Who wants to do that? Of course it would be torture, because then you're sitting there and you're like, I have to go confront Erica about her husband's, legal issues. Yeah, that makes sense that would be incredibly awkward. Okay. Melissa said it was torture to do confessional interviews as well for the show because they last up to 6 hours. Even now, according to the podcast, Melissa is still doing interviews for Real Housewives of New Jersey season 12. The confessionals are about rehashing, said Melissa. I'm like, I don't even want to talk about this again. Kyle revealed her first celebrity crush was Tom Cruise, but the decision she made marrying her husband was the best one she ever did. And she did say her biggest pet peeve is lying. I cannot take a lie. Someone lies, small or whatever, like it is, if it's a small situation or not, you're dead to me. I can't take it. And when you know someone lies and they get away with it, it gives me rage. I've been accused of a lot of things, but never lying. Guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are about, well, I guess Kyle talking about women sliding into Mauricio's DMs, and what part of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is torture. Apparently it's the confessionals. I would have thought it was maybe breaking glasses over the table and don't talk about the husbands. But I guess I'm wrong. Go ahead, smash that like button, get subscribed, hit that notification bell. And if you have not already, go to spillingtealive.com and pick up your live stream tickets for Nashville this week, or even in person. Come join the party. We would love to see you there. Bye guys. Happy Monday.